Hi, this is Abby with Happy Little Mystic, and welcome back to your free self-paced tarot course. In today's lesson, we'll be going over the sixes and how they show up among each of the suits in the Rider-Waite-Smith deck. If you've missed any of our other lessons so far on the tarot deck, you can check out the playlist link in the description box below. And if you're following along with the tarot workbook, you can open up to the Minor Arcana section, and you'll find a place to record all the information needed for the Six of Wands, the Six of Cups, the Six of Swords, and the Six of Pentacles. Okay, let's get started. So the first card today we'll talk about is the Six of Wands. And if we look at the imagery of the Six of Wands, we have a figure riding a white horse through this cheering crowd. They're holding a wand crowned with this laurel wreath here. And this is a symbol of victory, achievement, and honor. The people around them are holding their wands high in this celebration. Their robe here is red, and this is signifying strength and passion. And the white horse here is representing purity and this clear sense of purpose. The crowd's energy is mirroring the collective acknowledgement, the shared joy in one's success. However, if you do look closely, there is a figure back here that doesn't look so happy. So this card could indicate that not everyone is happy to see you succeeding. However, this would only come out in the reading if your eye is drawn to the character back here. If you're following along in our workbook, moving over to the Zodiac sign section, the astrology associated with the Six of Wands is Jupiter in Leo. This is all about triumph, confidence, optimism, and being recognized for one's talents. So the wands is this fire element that's associated with our fire signs, like the Leo. It carries this passion, ambition, and creative drive. If you ask a yes or no question and the Six of Wands shows up, the answer is going to be yes. It's a very clear, confident yes. The Six of Wands brings success, recognition, and this forward movement. Moving over to the numerology section, the numerology of the Six of Wands is the number 6. So the 6 energy here is that harmony, balance, healing, and restoration. So we've restored that balance after the chaos, and we're now receiving acknowledgement for our contributions. A message here with the numerology is harmony comes when you channel your fire into this shared victory rather than the rivalry that we saw in the 5 card. If the Six of Wands shows up in a reading in the upright position, the keywords are going to be victory after struggle, receiving praise or acknowledgement, leadership, confidence, and self-assurance, and being seen or valued for your hard work. If the Six of Wands shows up in the reverse and you're choosing to read reversals, the keywords are going to be lack of recognition or feeling unappreciated, ego clashes or arrogance, perhaps there's a temporary setback after success, or needing validation from others rather than yourself. If the Six of Wands shows up in a career or finance reading, in the upright position, this could indicate promotions, public praise, successful projects, or leadership roles. If it shows up in the reverse, this could indicate office politics, feeling overlooked, or self-doubt after an achievement. If the Six of Wands shows up in a love or romance reading, the upright position could indicate this mutual admiration, feeling proud of your partner or relationship, and being seen and valued. If it shows up in the reverse, this could mean one partner could be craving attention, there may be jealousy, or this need for external validation. Moving on to our connections to other cards section. The Six of Wands is connected to 2 of our major arcana, the Chariot and the Sun. So with the Chariot, both represent victory through determination. We'll also notice that the laurel wreath shows up here in the Chariot card. And again, this is about victory, acknowledgement, and honor, this achievement. The Six of Wands is also associated with the Sun. And in this case, they both share the energy of confidence, success, and recognition. And I love the similar colors that we have in here with the red flag and the red robe. Now I'd like to take a look at how the Six of Wands shows up in some of the other tarot decks that I have on hand. The first deck we'll look at is the Wild Reflections Tarot deck. And in this deck, very similar to our original Imagery, we have a man here riding a horse, a white horse, and it has the wreath around its neck here. He's holding the wand upright. It's glowing. I like how instead of people gathering around, because this is a nature-centered deck, we have other animals gathering around, giving praise and acknowledgement for the beauty and achievement that is this rider here with his horse. Very nice. My next deck is the Guardian Angels Messages Tarot by Radleigh Valentine. And in this deck, I love the Six of Fire here is represented by a woman, and she's holding a wand up high above her head. She's not riding the horse, and the other wands are circled around her, almost as if they're protecting her, as if she's on this stage surrounded by the fire and determination that is the wand suit. She doesn't have a crowd around her, and there's something about this that shows she doesn't need external validation. The words here on the bottom are success, recognition, and self-esteem. And she looks very confident. And lastly, another deck from Radleigh Valentine is the Angel Tarot deck. And in this deck, we have the Six of Fire. We have a man here riding a horse, and he is surrounded by others who are acknowledging him. The wands are showing up almost as if they're a sword here, this staff, and they're surrounding, very similar to the original Imagery, as if he's in this parade. The keywords on the bottom are victory, good news is on its way, and public recognition or awards. And we have some flags flying up here, the castle in the background. All right. So that's all I have for the Six of Wands. In the next section, we'll be talking more about the Six of Cups. If you're following along in our tarot workbook, you can go ahead and turn to the Cup section in the Minor Arcana, and you'll find a place to record information for the Six of Cups. If we look closely at the imagery here, we're going to see that we have two children. They're standing in a village courtyard. One child is offering the other a cup filled with white flowers, and this is symbolizing innocence and pure intentions. The background shows a guard walking away right here, and this is suggesting safety and nostalgia. They are protected. The scene evokes this warm childhood and emotional generosity. Moving over to our astrology and zodiac sign section, the astrology associated with the Six of Cups is Sun in Scorpio. This is all about emotional depth, memory, healing, and transformation through love. So again, with our Cups suit, that is all about our water signs. And in this case, it is Scorpio. Our water signs are representing sensitivity, emotion, and connection. If you ask a yes or no question and the Six of Cups shows up, the answer is going to be generally a gentle yes. It's suggesting a positive reconnection or emotional healing. Moving over to the numerology section. The numerology for the Six of Cups is the number 6. And in this case, the 6 is bringing this emotional peace, innocence, and restoration of trust. It's a return to simplicity, joy, and the purity of love after the emotional conflict of our 5 of Cups, if we remember back to this card. So after that grief or loss, the 6 restores balance through nostalgia and kindness. The energy of the 6 here is healing through love, forgiveness, and memory. And a lesson that comes with the numerology of the number 6 in the Cup suit is true emotional balance is found in giving and receiving love freely, without fear or regret. If the Six of Cups shows up in the upright position, the keywords are going to be nostalgia, childhood memories, reunions, innocence, kindness, and heartfelt connections, and healing through remembering joy. If the Six of Cups shows up in the reverse and you're choosing to read reversals, the keywords are going to be being stuck in the past, emotional immaturity, or this avoidance of present responsibilities. It could also mean letting go of outdated attachments. If the Six of Cups shows up in a career or finance reading, the upright position could indicate returning to a former job, this supportive work environment, almost like family, or this creative project that brings you joy. If it shows up in the reverse, this could indicate living in the past, clinging to old methods, or resisting that necessary change. If the Six of Cups shows up in a love or romance reading, the upright position could indicate rekindled romance, soulmate energy, childhood sweetheart, or pure emotional giving. If it shows up in the reverse in a love or romance reading, this could indicate living in memories of an ex, nostalgia preventing this new love, or immaturity in emotional expression. Moving on to the connections to other cards section, the Six of Cups is associated with the Sun. They both share the themes of innocence, joy, and this childlike purity. And I like here how with the Sun card, we have a child here riding the white horse. The Six of Cups is also associated with the Death card. And this is because they're both about transformation and releasing of the past. So it's this evolving emotionally, knowing when to let go of what no longer serves us. Now we'll take a look at how the Six of Cups shows up in some of the other tarot decks that I have. Our first deck is the Angel Tarot cards by Radley Valentine. And in this deck, his water cards are at the bottom of the ocean here. We typically have a mermaid or merman. So here we have our Six of Water with our 6 cups underneath the bottom of the water here. It says memories from your history or childhood, issues regarding children, romanticizing the past. And I like here we have a few mermaid children swimming with dolphins. They look as if they're having fun. We have the Guardian Angel Messages Tarot, also by Radley Valentine. And in this card, the Six of Water shows up with a girl here sitting, admiring this beautiful sign from Spirit, this white feather here. She's surrounded by 6 cups that are filled with flowers, very similar to the iconic imagery here in the Rider-Waite-Smith deck. The bottom of the card says memories, childhood, and nostalgia. Very nice. And then lastly, from our Wild Reflections Tarot deck, I have the Six of Cups here. We have this beautiful couple who are embracing one another. And the cups in this deck having to do with nature are shells. So we have 6 shells here around her neck. And the cups here are really representing this emotional bond and connection to one another. So again, being the Six of Cups, you could read this as childhood sweethearts, this ongoing relationship from a young age. All right, so that's all I have for the Six of Cups. In the next section, we'll take a deep dive into the Six of Swords. If you're following along with our tarot workbook, go ahead and turn to the Sword section in the Minor Arcana, and you'll find a place to record the information needed for the Six of Swords. Right away, when we look at the imagery here, we're going to notice a figure who is rowing a boat across these calm waters. He's carrying a cloaked woman and a child, and 6 swords stand upright in the boat. This is symbolizing the thoughts and lessons they bring with them. So our sword element goes along with our air signs, and that's our mental signs, our thoughts and our mind. The water is choppy on this side of the card here, and it's calm on the other side where they're headed. This is representing a transition from turmoil to peace. The boatman here is guiding them towards safety. It's as if it's a passage of healing and hope. The astrology for the Six of Swords is associated with Mercury and Aquarius. So again, being an air element, it goes along with our air signs, and that is Aquarius in this case. Mercury in Aquarius is all about mental clarity, problem solving, and this rational detachment to move forward. And our air signs, they deal with communication, thought, and perspective. In this case, a perspective shift. If you ask a yes or no question and the Six of Swords shows up, the answer is going to be yes, but with effort. Well, notice here the boatman is having to work to move them to safety. The Six of Swords is basically saying, yes, but change is necessary first. You need to get to safety first. Moving over to the numerology section, the numerology for the Six of Swords is the number 6. And in this case, 6 is offering mental clarity and transition from turmoil to peace. So it's representing a movement toward harmony through this logical detachment and acceptance. If we remember back to the 5 of Swords, we had this mental conflict and strife, and it's now being balanced here by choosing that peace over ego. The 6 energy here is bringing equilibrium between thought and emotion, leaving behind what causes inner chaos. It's the calm after the storm, the mind's restoration through forward movement. And the lesson here for the 6 of Swords in numerology is mental harmony is achieved not by winning arguments, but by choosing peace and perspective. If the 6 of Swords shows up in the upright position, the keywords are going to be transition, healing journey, or moving toward peace, leaving behind what no longer serves you, mental clarity, and acceptance of change. If it shows up in the reverse and you're choosing to read reversals, the 6 of Swords could indicate resistance to change, feeling stuck or unable to move forward, or this emotional baggage that could be hindering your progress. If the 6 of Swords shows up in a career or finance reading, the upright position could indicate moving to a better job or work environment, resolution of conflict, or steady progress after stress. So we have our stressful water here. If it shows up in the reverse, this could indicate lingering challenges, delays in progress, or reluctance to leave a toxic workplace. If the 6 of Swords shows up in a love or romance reading, the upright position could indicate healing from heartbreak, moving on, or finding peace in a relationship. If it shows up in the reverse, this could indicate emotional stagnation, unresolved issues, or difficulty letting go of past pain. Moving on to the connections to other cards section, the 6 of Swords is associated with the Star card in our major arcana. They both point to healing and hope after turmoil. The 6 of Swords is also associated with the Chariot card in the major arcana. And they both share this symbolism of travel, progress, and movement toward peace. Now we'll take a look at how the 6 of Swords shows up in the other tarot decks that I have on hand. In our Wild Reflections tarot deck, the 6 of Swords shows 2 people again. We have this woman here. She's rowing herself on the boat to calmer waters. And then we have this figure here close up who perhaps could be watching over her or guiding her from the shore. He has the swords here, which are our arrows, and she is setting out on her journey. It's almost as if, again, he's guiding her to safety, but I do like how she's doing it herself. In the next deck, we have Guardian Angel Messages Tarot by Radleigh Valentine. In this deck, the 6 of Swords is known as the 6 of Air. And again, we have our boat here. We have swords actually marking off a boundary from maybe the rough water to the calm water that this ship is headed toward. I love how they have an angel present here on the sail. The sun is shining and there is a path toward freedom. The bottom here says relief, hope, and moving on. And again, I like how this is showing a single person saving themselves and moving to safety. And then finally, we have the Angel Tarot cards by Radleigh Valentine. And in this deck, the 6 of Air is represented by our unicorns. We have 6 unicorns here. And I like how they kept the boat. At the bottom of the card, it says, things are looking up, the end of a difficult situation and taking a trip. So it's showing that traveling, like we had with the Chariot card. Very nice. All right, so that's all I have for the 6 of Swords. In our last section, we'll cover the 6 of Pentacles. If you're following along with our tarot workbook, you can go ahead and turn to the Pentacles section in the Minor Arcana, and you'll find a place to record all the information needed for the Six of Pentacles. Looking closely here at the imagery, we'll see a wealthy man is holding a balance scale in one hand, and this is symbolizing fairness and equality. He's giving coins to two people here who are on their knees as if begging. Their red robe is indicating vitality and this generosity. The scene is reflecting the cycle of giving and receiving. The balance scale here showing that you need both. We have this material flow and the karmic balance of abundance. Moving over to the Zodiac sign section, the astrology associated with the Six of Pentacles is the Moon in Taurus. It's all about stability, generosity, comfort, and balance in material resources. The Pentacles is our earth element, and that would go along with our earth sign, in this case, the Taurus. And it's all about expressing practicality, resources, and security. You could also bring in the balance scale here and associate it with the Libra air sign or the Justice card, if you are reading this intuitively and that caught your eye. If you ask a yes or no question and the Six of Pentacles shows up, the answer is going to be yes, especially if balance and fairness are involved. Moving over to the numerology section, the numerology of the Six of Pentacles is the number 6. And in this case, the 6 restores balance and fairness in the physical world. It's giving and receiving equally. It's this number of responsibility, generosity, and reciprocity. So after the instability and lack of the 5 of Pentacles, the 6 reestablishes that material balance. It's representing the natural flow of abundance when generosity and gratitude coexist. The 6 energy here is manifesting as equal exchange, this financial, energetic, or emotional piece. And the lesson here in the numerology of 6 with this specific card is material harmony flows when giving and receiving are guided by fairness, not control. If the 6 of Pentacles shows up in the upright position, the keywords are going to be generosity, charity, support, financial balance, giving and receiving fairly, or this mutual respect and reciprocity. If the 6 of Pentacles shows up in the reverse and you're choosing to read reversals, the keywords are going to be power imbalance or dependency, perhaps strings that are attached to generosity, or financial inequality and exploitation. If the 6 of Pentacles shows up in a career or finance reading, the upright position could indicate financial help, fair pay, shared success, or charitable giving. If it shows up in the reverse, this could indicate unequal partnerships, one-sided efforts, or relying too heavily on others. If the 6 of Pentacles shows up in a love or romance reading, the upright position could indicate balanced partnership, mutual giving and receiving, or emotional reciprocity. If it shows up in the reverse, this could indicate one partner giving more than the other, or control through money or emotional imbalance. Moving on to our connections to other cards section. As mentioned earlier with the scales here, the 6 of Pentacles is associated with the Justice card. They both share the themes of fairness, equality, and balance. The 6 of Pentacles is also associated with the Empress card. And here they both connect to generosity, nurturing, and this natural flow of abundance. Now we'll take a look at how the 6 of Pentacles shows up in the other tarot decks that I have. In our Wild Reflections tarot deck, the Pentacles are represented with these sunflowers. And here we have the 6 of Pentacles and an abundance, this basket overflowing with pentacles or sunflowers. It's as if it's being dropped into all of these hands that need the help. In our Guardian Angel Messages Tarot by Radley Valentine, the 6 of Pentacles is known as the 6 of Earth. And this woman here, this angel, has 6 coins or pentacles here that she can easily hand out. They're surrounding her. She has plenty. It says charity, generosity, and windfall. Her face here indicates that she has enough. She's happy. She's ready to give back, and her arms are wide open, really emphasizing this heart space. And finally, I have the Angel Tarot cards here by Radleigh Valentine. And in this deck, the Six of Pentacles is also known as the Six of Earth. I love how they have the scales here. And we have this little fairy angel who is balancing the pentacles in each scale. We have 3 on each side. It says here, gifts of money, time, or effort, new career opportunities, and receiving a loan or paying off debts. So a very good card to receive in any reading. All right. So that's all I have for the Six of Pentacles and the sixes in general. In our next lesson, we'll be taking a deep dive into the sevens and how they show up among each of the 4 elements in the Rider-Waite-Smith deck. Okay, thanks for joining me, and I hope to see you in the next one.